baton, shield, blaster. Sorry, dude, but blaster beats baton and shield. Ugh. Dang it.
Hey y'all, and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series, Target exclusive 6-inch Poe Dameron, and First Order Riot Control Stormtrooper. Alright guys, as you can see here from the packaging, it looks very similar to all of the other 6-inch Black Series packaging, except that it has been elongated in order to accommodate two 6-inch figures. And it looks really good. Really like the black with the red background insert. I think it looks very, very cool. You see a couple portraits down there on the lower right of both of the characters. And then the figures and all their accessories are showcased very nicely inside the packaging. Taking a look here at the back, you can see that both of the characters' profiles are separated. For Poe Dameron, it says, as an ace pilot, Poe Dameron is a leader in the Resistance's fight against the evil First Order. He soars into battle behind the controls of a modern X-Wing fighter. For the First Order Riot Control Stormtrooper, it says, armed with specialized weapons, the First Order's Riot Control Stormtroopers are trained to subdue crowds in the most ruthlessly efficient manner possible. So let me go ahead and get these guys out of the box. I'm really eager to see what they're going to be like. On first glance, they look cool, but I already see some imperfections, so really anxious to get these out and get them reviewed for you. Alright you guys, so as I mentioned, this set is a Target exclusive. They retail for $39.99. However, they recently hit Target.com, and Target was running a 25% off coupon that you could use on toys. So I ended up getting this set for $29.99 plus free shipping. You can't beat that, you guys. So one heck of a deal. And I did post about that on my Twitter account. So if you follow me on Twitter, then I hope that you are able to benefit from that promo. So we've got both of the figures out of the box. Let's go ahead and kick things off with the First Order Riot Control Stormtrooper. So the Stormtrooper, as you can see, looks very, very good. Looks very similar to the original First Order Stormtrooper that Hasbro released. And that would be because, as far as I can tell, it's the exact same figure with a shield attached to its arm. Now, my particular figure is extremely hard to stand, and the reasoning for that is that both of his feet kind of arch up like an elf or something, you know, there at his toes. I have no idea why this is, but yeah, he's just impossibly hard to stand. That's kind of why I have him in this weird position. You're killing me, Smalls. The back of the figure, as you can see, it does look very, very good, and that's because the original figure was equally as nice, you know, with the detailing on it and everything being very, very solid. Really love the First Order Stormtrooper look. So aesthetically speaking, just an all-around very, very nice looking figure. I'll give you a close-up here of the head. Now, unfortunately, like I've seen with other First Order Stormtroopers, the paint is not perfect. Just looking at the helmet there is some sloppiness there on his face. Just kind of giving it a bit of a highlight right there. You can see that there is some sloppiness there on the visor, especially like right here in this little area. It just came out particularly sloppy, and you know, there's like white overspray that kind of got onto the black. Just quite unfortunate that it turned out that way. But other than that, like I said, this is a exact copy of the original figure. There's another little smudge right there on the nose. So you know, as you would expect, it is a nice figure, even though the paint isn't perfect. Armor all around. Looks very nice. Like I was saying, you guys, the toes are arched, like for some weird reason, which really prevents him from standing. I don't know why this happened, and it really, really irks me because it doesn't stand very well at all. It's very, very difficult to get him to stand. But, you know, what do? We try. The shield right here is connected to his forearm right there. It's got like these two loops that kind of connect it, and I don't know if you can take that off. I assume that maybe if you took the hand off that you could, but this back one seems like it's going to be on there pretty well. Now, even though it is attached to his forearm, you still do get some movement, but it does absolutely hinder his elbow's ability to bend and flex. You can kind of just, twist it like that and it looks fine, but it doesn't really go up very well at all. Shield itself, is pretty cool, though. It matches the rest of his armor, nice white coloring. There's some, like, deep gray and, some gray in the back and, like, a black panel right there, stripe. So, it's really, really nice. In the way of articulation, you do get a ball joint here at the head. You get ball hinging at both of his shoulders. You get ball joints at both of the elbows. You get ball hinging at both of the wrists. You get a ball joint at the torso. You get ball joints at both of the hips. You get swivels at both of the thighs. You get your double bends there at the knees. And then ball hinging at both of the ankles along with rocker swivels. Now, other than the shield, we do get another new accessory to this pack. And it looks like some sort of a baton. But he holds it like, from this little bar right here. So I think it is a baton. All in all, it does look pretty good. It is a very loose fit for his right hand, though. Like, if you put it in there, he doesn't hold it, like, all that well. Maybe we can get it into his left hand. Can we? Let's see. It goes in. No, it's very tight. It's very tight, but he does hold it in that hand. And he holds it like that. And maybe in the right hand, he'll hold it like that. Nope, it's very, very loose. Those kind of look like grips on there, so I'm kind of wondering if he can hold it that way too. But I think it's a baton, as far as I can tell, so we'll just keep it like that, maybe in his left hand since it's not working out too well in that hand. Like with the original release, you do get this Stormtrooper-style blaster with the black and white and silver coloring. It looks like an Oreo, and it looks cool. You also get the smaller blaster that came with the original figure, and just like with that one, both of them do clip into his thigh right there, just like that. And if you want to put the other one in there too, you can do that as well. Maybe. Yeah, there you go, just like that. But again, you guys, he is darn near impossible to stand because of those feet. I haven't heard of anybody else having this issue, so it could very well just be mine. Well, there you go, he's standing. But it really is a bummer that the feet are arched like that. If you've had that happen to your, First Order Riot Control Stormtrooper, let me know in the comments, because I'm really curious if it's just mine or if they're all like this. And just to give you a quick comparison of the Riot Control Trooper along with the regular First Order Trooper, as you can see, same exact thing, just one has a shield and, doesn't stand worth a darn. And moving right along, he's tall, dark, and handsome, and his first name is Poe. Last name, Dameron, and very nice looking figure, quite actually. I really like the look of the figure. The sculpt on the outfit just looks really, really nice. It drapes pretty nicely on his body, like the jacket, and just from all angles, I think it's a very nice looking figure. It got a jacket that's very similar to Finn, but it's not the same. It's a completely different body from the ground up, and just all around very earth tone-y and coloration. You got brown jacket with like grayish taupe looking pants, and then his black boots. All in all, just looks very, very nice. Let me go ahead and give you a close-up of his head. And I don't have the first Poe Dameron figure in the X-Wing pilot gear. I may or may not get that one. I don't really think the head on it looks that good. But the head on this one definitely looks better as far as I can tell. From what I've seen online, I've never seen the figure in person, not yet. But I think this one does look a little bit more like the actor, Oscar Isaac. It's still imperfect. It's not a dead-on appearance by any means, but it does look pretty good. It's painted all right. The eyes do still look kind of sleepy or something. Like, I think his right eye, like, the brown looks a little bit bigger than the left eye. And the 5 o'clock shadow doesn't look all that natural. It looks a little bit strange. I appreciate that Hasbro tried to do something a little bit different, but, I think there's a better way to do that. Or you know what, just leave it off entirely. Maybe that would have been the best. Skin color is pretty good, though. Seems to be pretty natural looking color, I guess. The hairline is a bit messy, and from all of the photos I've seen of this guy, online. It looks like they're all kind of like this, where they have this hairline that just kind of goes a little bit too far down. It's just overspray, I suppose. It doesn't really take away from the look of the figure. Like, aesthetically speaking, it still looks pretty good, and you can't really notice it. But, once you get, like, super close to it, you can kind of see it. There's also, like, a little spot right there on his cheek. So let's hear it for Hasbro Quality Control. His ears are kind of covered up with his hair. The hair itself, actually, though, is textured very nicely. It does look really, really good. I like it. His jacket, like I said, very nicely sculpted. I like the way that it, kind of just drapes down there. It looks a little bit oversized for Poe. The undershirt is kind of like, like a yellowish kind of color. And it almost has kind of like a Han Solo sort of aesthetic to it, like from Bespin, where he had the jacket and the jeans and the undershirt. Kind of looks like that. The pants, very nice. He does have like some dirt here on his knees, and maybe he's been out in the forest. I'm not sure, but the pants do look good. The boots look very nicely as well. And, aesthetically speaking, I just think it's a very nice looking figure. Like I said, it is not perfect, and it does have some paint discrepancies, but by and large, it does look good. Now, of course, Poe is very nicely articulated. He has a ball joint here at his head, and gets some decent movement. It doesn't go up or down very well. He has ball joints at both of his shoulders. He's got ball joints at both of the elbows. He's got ball hinging at both of the wrists. He has a ball joint at the lower torso. I don't really like it a whole lot because you can't really get a whole lot of movement with it. If it were higher up like it is on the Stormtrooper, you would get more movement, but it doesn't really allow you a whole lot other than turning it side to side. He's got ball joints at both of his hips, which, give him good range of movement. You get swivels at both of the thighs. You get your double bends there at the knees, and then you get ball joints at both of the ankles along with rocker swivels. Now with Poe, you do get two accessories, the first of them being this blaster rifle, which I think actually looks very nice. It looks a little bit like the ones that the Rebel Fleet Troopers had in A New Hope. Like, it kind of has the same barrel there at the tip. And it looks, definitely weathered or, dirtied up. So I think it looks really, really good. Kind of like it's been used in the trenches or something. Very nice sculpt work on it. Metallic coloration. I think it looks great. And Poe also comes with his X-Wing fighter helmet. And look how cleanly applied the paint is on the top. It's just a shame they couldn't do that for the whole figure. Looks very, very, very good. Got a yellow visor. It looks actually like the whole helmet is probably cast in this translucent yellow plastic and then they just painted over it. But it does look very nice. It is a tight fit though, so I am worried about this rubbing on his paint and maybe scratching it. So I'm not going to put it on or take it off all that often if I can help it. But yeah, as you can see, it's just a very tight fit. And it does look a little bit oversized once you get it on. I mean, it doesn't look terrible by any means, but, it just looks a little bit bulky, and it doesn't even cover the back of his head very well. So great protection there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. These are the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series, Target exclusive, 6-inch, First Order Riot Control Stormtrooper, and Poe Dameron. All in all, you guys, I gotta say that this is a very nice set that I am quite pleased with. I am a little bit disappointed in certain aspects of it, but, first the positive. The sculpts on both of the figures are very, very nicely done. For the most part, the paint is very, very nicely done, except for the Stormtrooper's visor and except for some imperfections on Poe's head. The articulation on both figures is exquisite. Don't really expect more on my 6-inch figures than what both of these figures got. The accessories, it's very nice that they included some extra accessories with the Stormtrooper that we had not seen before, and I really do like Poe's blaster rifle. Poe's helmet is also very nicely done, very nicely painted, but it doesn't fit on his head all that well. It is a tight fit. As far as the issues, I'm really disappointed that my Stormtrooper will not stand. Just because it has those arched toes, which is very unusual. The original Stormtrooper did not have feet like that. Again, I don't know if it's just my figure, if they're all like that, but it is very bothersome to me. Poe, there's really not a whole lot I can say about him that's negative, except for, the paint issues. For what I paid for this set, $30, I think it's a heck of a deal, and one that I certainly recommend to you. Even at regular price, at Target, which is going to be $40, I don't think it's really all that bad because that's what you would pay if these figures were individually packaged as well. But from what it looks like, these are both exclusive to this pack and will not be released individually as far as we know. So in that sense, I do recommend that you pick up this pack. If you get the chance to look at them in the stores, though, do pay attention to the paint apps and check your Stormtrooper to see that he doesn't have weird toes, because those will prevent him from standing properly. On a scale of 1 to 5 stars, I do think that this set deserves a solid 4 stars. Very good value, I think, for what you're getting, and I am very pleased with these figures. Alright, my friends, if you enjoyed this video, then I do encourage you to please like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this pair of figures, whether or not you're planning on picking them up. Be sure to follow me on Twitter for the latest collecting news and for day-to-day updates on my collecting routines and habits. And as always, I want to thank you for watching Victorious Cantina. Thanks for tuning in, you guys. Until next time, bye-bye.